Thank you very much. I hope everyone is back and enough coffee has been drunk. The next speaker is Cristina Mena, all the way from Spain. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. So Cristina is a teacher in aquaculture, and she started as a volunteer in the Hippocampus project in 2006. And since 2010 is president of this project. Today, she will be talking to us and presenting her findings from a monitoring program of Hippocampus guttulatus in the Mar Menor Lagoon from 2007 to 2021. Whenever you're ready, Cristina.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for inviting Hippocampus Association. For us, it's a pleasure to share with you this fourth Symbio meeting. I'll wait a moment. Sorry, I'm going to share the screen. Can you hear me? Can you listen? Can you hear me correctly?
Yes, we can hear you fine. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Okay. First of all, I would like to introduce the Hippocampus team. All of us are volunteers and working, as you say, Lo, from 2006. Our main goal is to improve knowledge of the biology of seahorses, Hippocampus guttulatus, in the Mar Menor Lagoon, understanding the causes that have brought the decline of this species, and to raise public awareness among summer users of the Mar Menor about the fragility of the species and its problem. To move on to present where we are in the southeast of Spain. The Mar Menor Lagoon, is on the Spanish Mediterranean coast. This protected ecosystem has a total surface area of 135 square kilometers with 73 kilometers of the coast. This is separated with the Mediterranean Sea with a sand barrier, has an average depth of 6 meters, and as an average width of around 4 meters, at the maximum depth 6 meters. Is connected with the Mediterranean Sea through channels. This is a big channel and another little one. Okay. Mar Menor is the Europe's largest lagoon in the southeast of the Iberian Peninsula, hosts valuable species and ecosystem, what is legally protected by regional, international, and European figures of international figures. There are 3 species that we can find in the Mar Menor. The European long snout seahorse, Hippocampus guttulatus, what is this our goal, and Hippocampus, this is another one with the shortened snout and a robust head. But we never found it in the Mar Menor, this species. And another 2 pipe fish is Signatus abaster and Signatus stifler. Both are target in our study too. Seahorses population are threatened by a lot of problems. In Mar Menor, there is a high pressure of urbanism and high level of land occupation. Another problem that the seahorses have is heavy damage. They have a narrow, a narrow home range, and damage their habitats produce a strong impact in the population. For example, building marines and harbors are, we have detected a lot of population in that parts, and these buildings are a big problems in their population. Too many motors, boats, and illegal anchorages that damage the bottom. Another threat is seahorses are sold as a souvenirs, interactions with fishermen and their nets, and by catch. They are species by catch. Another threat, you know, is illegal trade. Aquariology, we have the through the association, we have detected that a lot of seahorses or pipefish are sold as a species in aquariology without papers, without city sign. Another threat in the Mar Menor is predators like sea bass and sea bream. Since the big channel was built, they started to be abundant in that lagoon. And these pictures show the stomach contents of a sea bass, of a sea bream of 2 kilograms, and we detected 5 seahorses. In summer, we have blooms of these jellyfish, Rhizostoma pulmo, this one, and Cotylorytha tuberculata. They are so abundant in summer, and they produce a sticky liquid that is the same moment where the seahorses are in the plankton, in the column of the water, and could be damage the population. And last but not least important is the blue crab. The Atlantic blue crab started appear in, or was detected in the Mediterranean in the 50s, but it started to be very abundant in the Mar Menor in 2013. And as it's shown in this slide, the seahorses are part of their prey. This is all these organisms are found in the stomach contents of the blue crab. What is clear that the blue crab has also found a home for itself on the southern shore of the Mediterranean Sea. What is shown in this chart, that in the last 5 years, well, in that picture, in the last 4 years, the population are increasing, and I'm ashamed, or I'm afraid that it won't stop. But one of the, for my opinion, one of the biggest threat for the seahorses population in the Mar Menor is the irrigation agriculture. In the 80s, the rain-fed agriculture changed into irrigation agriculture, and then all the nutrients are released in the Mar Menor producing eutrophication. And in the 16th, we had a strong period that produced an eutrophication during 1 year long. Okay, Hippocampus Association has participated in or has been actively involved in various environmental awareness projects, established networks with fishermen from the lagoon, received awards and grants in its journey for 14 years, and I hope continuing with in this way. How we work? Surveys are carried out using underwater visual census techniques. As you see in this video, maybe it will be, we are very close with the bottom, and we together the couple are together through a hook in this plastic bar, okay? And oops, okay. And all the specimens, seahorses and pythons are signed. Total length, sex, and maturity age are recorded in this underwater slot. To estimate the current conditions of Hippocampus guttulatus population in the Mar Menor Lagoon, as well as the effect of both the 16 and 19 eutrophication events, an optimal stratified random design was employed. The stratified sampling plan was used, in which 3 strata were defined: coastal zone, inner lagoon, and rocky zone, jetties, and marines. The coastal zone is a 400 meters wide strip from the coastal line and 300 meters from the inner islands. The inner lagoon is the most extensive stratum, taking up most of the lagoon, is the deepest area, and the rocky zone, jetties and marines, as the less important in the lagoon. This consists of the scarce rocky outcrops and anthropic structures such as harbors, jetties, and breakwaters. A total of 588 underwater visual censuses were performed from August 2011 to October 2020. To this effect, in the spring of, as I said in the last slide, in the spring of 2016 or 2016, the eutrophication process reached its highest level. The population in the period before, between 2011 to 2015, the population estimated was around 1,100, 150,000 specimens, okay? And after that eutrophication period, the population was estimated, was reduced into 50,000 specimens. And I don't know if you remember this sadly picture that I believe that travel around the world. In autumn, in the autumn of 2019, the heavy storms led to the death ton of the fishes, caused because, as I said, the surrounding the big lagoon, there is a strong irrigation agriculture, and these heavy storms introduced a lot of nutrients in the lagoon. Then we had a second environmental crisis that produced another eutrophication. Then if the population was very, very scarce, imagine as an average, we found 0.1 species per hectare. And then the population estimated in all the lagoon was around 1,347 specimens. Imagine if you remember if we compare with the previous periods. Here you can see the population along these two, or along this the period of our study, and you see the two important eutrophication process in the lagoon in the 16 and in the 19. Okay, and for this year the population for this year, the Hippocampus program have prepared around 30 more surveys in the lagoon. The number of the volunteers has increased, and we hope we have better results than in the previous year. And that's all. Thank you for your attention. Do not hesitate to contact us in this website or in email and in our social networks. Thank you. I'm sorry if my English wasn't at the level. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cristina. That is amazing work you guys are doing, and such valuable data longer term, especially pre-impact that you compare to post-impact. It's really awesome work. I know we have limited time left, but there is a question, and I think we're going to go with it. So Michele, Cristina, I see your hands up, so it'd be awesome if you can ask your question, and we can quickly go over it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Many compliments, Cristina. It's very interesting. We observed similar collapse or decrease of Hippocampus guttulatus population in Mar Piccolo di Taranto, in the eastern side of the Mediterranean. And so it's very interesting, your work, but the question is more ecological. Are you able, do you know when Calinectes sapidus arrived in the Spanish coast? Because I believe that could be a really interesting co-effect, environmental, and also the presence of these alien species very, very aggressive in the Mediterranean Sea. I cited a lot of Calinectes sapidus also in our area, study area. So could be a very interesting approach for the future.
Yeah, the Calinectes was in the Mar Menor. The first point or data was in 2013, but it's supposed that they are here because they came from the ballast water. As this species, wait, I'm trying to show to the people. This species is typical from the Atlantic coast. As in their habits, the temperature drops, but here is more or less in the Mar Menor, the temperature change a lot from summer to winter, but in the Mediterranean is not as heavy. The drop is not as high than in the Atlantic. Then, and they don't have predators. For example, the octopus, or they love the crabs, but in the Mar Menor, there is no octopus, because Mar Menor is a lagoon, and the salinity is higher than Mediterranean, and then they don't have predators, and they are like a destroying machine. They eat a lot. For example, in the Ebro River delta, a lot of fisheries of clams have been closed because the calinectes they eat everything. And for example, seahorse, you know, is a flag fish or a flag species especially in the Mediterranean, in the Mar Menor Lagoon, but it's an important species from the point of view of biodiversity, or the romantic idea, because they are lovely, but they don't produce a benefit in a fisheries. But for example, in the Mar Menor, the prawns have a strong importance. And look, the crab, they eat everything, and we have a huge problem with this species.
Sorry, I'm going to totally jump in there. I think there's a lot of scope to discuss this further. Hopefully you guys can connect. And I think just the impacts that you guys are observing in your area is indicative of coastal environments across the globe. So I think there's a lot of overlap and collaboration potential. But I am going to quickly jump forward to the next talk, if that's okay in terms of time. If you can perhaps unshare your screen